Okay, I have prepped for cutting the transformer. You can see the lines that I'm going to try and cut down. There's the cutting tool, which I have obtained, and yeah, it's been clamped down. This is the first time I've used a grinder. This is going to be really scary. Alright, so I have cut through the transformer housing. You can see I've gotten all the way through. And so one thing I didn't account for is that there's like this metal goes all the way through the thing, so I won't be able to just pry it off the top like I thought. Like you can see there that the middle part goes all the way through the transformer and holds this thing in place when I thought I would just be able to move it easily. So I've drawn some new lines, and this I'm thinking should work. I should be able to just lift the transformer out. I mean, not the transformer. I should be able to just lift the secondary coil out once I've got through here. Okay. So yeah. Okay, I want to show you guys the pain that I'm dealing with right now. Okay, so I screwed up the cut twice. All right, and so now what I got to do is, you see these little plates here that make up the body. I just have to put a screwdriver in there and just leverage them off, and they're like, you know, on the floor now, as you can see, and it's so slow. I did it. It took upwards of 3 hours, but I finally got the transformer housing to a place where I could take off the secondary coil. In the process, the secondary coil got totaled, but I don't need it. I just need to take it off. Reassembling this is gonna be a treat, but yeah. Okay, so I have pried the secondary coil out of the transformer. I also took those dividers out just to inspect them and see if they were magnetic, because the magnetism might affect the ability for the voltage and current to transform across the coils. And I also put them back in because I tested them and they're not very magnetic. I think they might be lightly magnetic, but I don't think it'll make that much of a difference. And I could take them out later, probably, if need be. Here is the thick copper cable that I'm going to be using. I don't know what gauge it is exactly, but it's rated for about 100 amps. And so I'm going to be doing about 5 winds with it, and I measured that out to be like 1.5 yards, I think, is what I'll probably need. So this is something like 2 yards. And you know, I don't have anything. Like, I had the person at the store cut it for me because at my house I don't have anything capable of cutting this. So yeah, I have coiled the cable around the transformer housing. There's 3 or 4 winds in it. I'm gonna treat it like it's 3 just in case. I've also succeeded in wiring it up back to a wall outlet, as you can see. This is just the wall outlet that was salvaged from the microwave. Why is this knife still out? And you can see the spade connections here. They look weird because I had to widen them out a little bit, in order to fit on these. Like, they weren't matching. Like, these these terminals are too wide. Were too wide originally, so I had to widen this out by just spreading its I don't know, connecting bits. And you know, they fit on well now. You see, I can pull on them and they don't come out. Well, they do come out if you pull up, so that's a problem. But I think it can be easily fixed if I just put some electrical tape down and like connect the spade to the terminal that way. The terminal won't be able to come up out of it so easily, because that would be dangerous if like somehow that were to come loose. So I'll be using a lot of electrical tape to make sure that doesn't happen. And yeah, I'm so happy that I didn't have to solder with any of this or crimp, or because I have no idea how to do that. However, I will definitely have to solder for when I attach the electrodes to the ends of the cable. I also set up the grounding wire, as you can see, to the housing. That way, if you know, just in case there are some eddy currents, I think is what they're called, there are some eddy currents in the transformer, they'll be sent back to the wall safely, instead of just staying in here and, you know, being sent elsewhere, possibly into my body, and that would be bad. So yeah, I had to figure out what a grounding wire does for this, so that's something new that I learned. A grounding wire is just a place for electricity to go in case it gets where it's not supposed to be. Who knew? Alright, so yesterday I went out to Home Depot and bought a couple of supplies, one of which is this like 6-inch-ish copper, I don't know, copper. It's not a cable and it's not a wire, it's kind of just a piece of copper. And I'm gonna try and cut it in half and bend the halves so that I can use it as electrodes. I got it done using a hatchet, which is dumb, but it worked. Just bent them into the correct shape. I cut and bend the copper into 2 pieces, which will be, hopefully I'll be able to use them as electrodes now.